What I've got here is a canopy. Another thing I wanted more or less immediately when I realised I was going to get a Jimny after the roof rack was a canopy to go on the side. Obviously go camping a lot, and the shade is good for dogs, and I happen to have 2 dogs, so that's one of the other first things I've wanted to get. I didn't get it initially because I spent quite a lot of money, so I was trying not to splurge too much, but the weather looks like it's getting warmer again, so yeah, I thought it was probably best I get it. So yeah, we're going to bolt it on. I don't know how it fixes on. I've got some quick release mounts, so I don't have to leave it on all the time, but this is again front runner, which is designed to fit directly to the front runner roof rack with the quick release mounts, so hopefully it's not too big of a job. One thing I will say about the front runner stuff is I probably mentioned it in the roof rack video, but it does all seem to be really good quality. I'm really impressed with you know, how it all looks, yeah, how it's made. I mean, again, like, we make stuff, and there is expensive parts, but I do think you get what you pay for, which is fairly common in the aftermarket automotive industry. You can get cheap stuff, and generally it looks and feels cheap. You know, all the brackets are nicely packaged. They have kind of these like Ziploc bags, and in the back of all these Ziploc bags there's a little card, you know, that says hi, my name is Ralph, maybe, don't know. It's all, the names are almost always illegible, but yeah, it's just things like this which are actually quite nice. You know, gets ideas going for things we can do, and yeah, so all the boxes and things like that have a card to say who put it in the box. It's, yeah, it's nice. It's it reminds you that there's a human on the other end of this, and maybe when you get something where all the bolts aren't correct or the brackets are wrong or something like that, it reminds you that a human put them in the box, and humans sometimes make mistakes, and that's just, you know, how it goes. Unfortunately, if that happens, it happens to you, and then you just happen to be that person that suffers the mistake that one time. But yeah, I always like to see things like this, like kind of shrink wrapped up, because again, it stops them like rattling, adds a little bit of protection. Again, we try and do that with a lot of our things, just to, as it's bouncing down the road in the wagon and then in the courier's truck, yeah, they're not kind of vibrating and rattling around. It's a big bag of bolts, I'm not gonna lie. I think there is actually some wall brackets with this as well, and I think that's what these are, so that when you unclip it off of the roof rack, you can clip it directly to the wall in your garage or whatever, which is, again, it's quite a cool idea, really. You know, storage. Everybody's always got storage problems. I don't like clutter on my garage floor. They always come with really good instructions as well, which is cool. You know, CAD illustrations and that. Things like this, you know, there's quite a lot of effort that goes in, you know, that goes into doing something like this, and to actually print it off and put it in the box. That's a little bit old school. Nowadays, you'd think QR code, it just loads up a, you know, a thing on your phone browser, but I don't know, there's something quite nice about getting paper instructions as well. You know, you can confirm you've got all the right bits and what tools you need. So yeah, it's just a case of figuring out which bits go where now. So I've got these brackets on the side of the roof rack now, which is a bit more complicated than it looked. The images weren't, I do like a CAD illustration, but sometimes just a simple colour picture is a lot better, or a little video. So hopefully seeing how this goes together might help somebody else, because it wasn't immediately obvious. a reason it wasn't immediately obvious is because these had actually been mounted the wrong way around. They got rivets on them, and yeah, from factory they'd actually been upside down. So obviously I just kind of banged on about how good front runner were and put these brackets on upside down. Shit happens, it's probably just my luck, but yeah, that's how it's meant to go. So yeah, canopy's on and up. It's a little bit windy actually, so it's a good test. It's quite light, which is probably a good and bad thing, because obviously it blows away a lot easier. But it seems really sturdy, like how the poles kind of twist to lock and unlock is good. You can obviously tilt it that way or this way, so you can change the angle of it by just changing the length of these poles, which is quite good. All the guide rope and pegs all pack in the bag, which is also quite nice. So yeah, get some pictures of me using it soon, hopefully. And then it's a case of whatever accessories I want next. Fancy the axe rack for the other side, so I can carry an axe around with me, chop up my firewood.
You'd have thought that you'd taken them ones out and laid it on the floor.
All right, smart ass. Outdoorsman. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that actually, because you can get it out and put it back kind of on your own. It's not the easiest because it's quite heavy. It's quite a lot of material there, but it is definitely doable. So that's a big plus really. But yeah, hopefully some more accessories to come in another episode soon.